Hey guys, Brian delivered you the goods here. Sorry that it took me a little bit to do this next review. I know I got a gaming stream to do in less than 2 hours, and I'll have a short video, a YouTube short, letting you guys know that I'm gonna go live on my Twitch gaming, the Gaming Nerd 2516 channel. Sorry, I got a ding from my phone or whatever. I'm returning to you now for Coheed and Cambria's next Marathon Studio album review. I believe it's for their fourth Marathon Studio album that I'm going to be reviewing. The fourth studio album in their discography, which is for Good Apollo on Burning Star 4, Volume 2, No World for Tomorrow. For Tomorrow, I meant to say. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this 13 track album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this album review. Now, this was like 60 minutes long. So it was a little lengthy, but I got through it in due time. I had to take breaks from time to time listening to it because my mom was calling me for things. But yeah, I'm sorry that it took a little while to do this review. I just had to go out, run some errands, and then I came back like 3:30ish, and I just didn't do a review until now. So let's get into the tracks that are on this album. The Reaping is like an intro track to the album itself. So it's a pretty strong intro track. I really like it. Uh, Claudio sings for, I think he starts singing in like 15-20 seconds in the song. And it's a little weird, but I think it's what they were going for. They were trying to make it a weird kind of song. It's called The Reaping, of course, so the title says it all. So 5 out of 5 for Coheed and Cambria's The Reaping song. No World for Tomorrow, the title track, was a pretty strong title track. It was 5 minutes long, but it was pretty enjoyable for what I was listening to. So 5 out of 5 for that one. I like the guitar work, the drum work, and basically Claudio's singing in it. Sounds pretty strong. So 5 out of 5. The Hound of Blood and Rank, parentheses of Blood and Rank, was a pretty strong track too. Didn't hate this one. Just there were some weird moments with Claudio's vocals, and he can have some weird vocals. It just depends on the listener and how they perceive it, of course, with how he sings and all that. But still, it's a pretty strong track, so 5 out of 5. Feathers was a pretty strong one too. There was some weird vocal pitches from Claudio, but it still worked with the execution and how the track was playing out with the guitars and drum work, so 5 out of 5 for this one. I really enjoyed one of the singles, Feathers, I meant to say. Um, the Running Free is the fifth song on the album. Pretty strong track. I really like it for what it's going for. And I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 because the production, the mixing, and the guitar and drum work and Claudio singing in it sounds really good. So I don't know if I have much to say that's that bad on this album because I did enjoy this album for what it was going for. Mother Superior was a pretty melodic song. It had some drum work in it from time to time, but it was a pretty interesting track. So 5 out of 5. It was pretty long. It was like 6.5 minutes or 6 minutes and 39 seconds. But you're in for a strong track, so 5 out of 5. Grave Makers and Gunslingers is my least favorite, but it's a solid song. It's still gonna bring down the rating a bit for this track. Not too much, but a little bit. But still, Claudio's singing can get weird at times with this song, with how he's singing. His little falsetto pitches can get wonky and weird to listen through. But if you're used to it, then and you've listened to Coheed and Cambria since the beginning, when they first started, then you'd understand what you're getting yourself into with this band. So 4.5 out of 5 for Grave Makers and Gunslingers. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's a solid track. Justice is Justice in Murder is a pretty strong track. I really like it. So 5 out of 5. I don't got any complaints about this song other than the fact that I did enjoy it. The End Complete 1 parent or dot dot The Fall of House Atlantic is just a minute and 4 second song. It's just background choir things going on or whatever, and it's pretty interesting with the vocals in it. So, and pretty haunting of a track, but pretty cool of a song. So 5 out of 5. The End Complete 2 Radio Bye Bye got a little repetitive with the chorus, but with how Claudio was singing it, and it repeated itself quite a bit, going to the chorus quite a lot. So it was a interesting verses. Like, I was really intrigued by the verses, like really enjoying it, but the chorus kind of set me back with how the song was executing. So 4.5 out of 5 for the Incomplete 2 Radio Bye Bye. Track number 11, The Incomplete 3, The Incomplete, of course, the title itself. Um, Pretty strong track. It is 7 minutes and 45 seconds, and you're in for a lengthy song, but it's a pretty enjoyable song. 5 out of 5 for this one. The Incomplete 4, The Road and the Damned is a pretty strong track. Didn't hate this song other than the fact that I did enjoy the guitar work and the drum work. And Claudio's vocals was pretty strong in this track. So I really enjoyed this track. 5 out of 5. And finally, the final Incomplete, which is the Incomplete 5 On the Brink, is a little weird. It has good verses, and then it goes to the ah, ah, or whatever with the heavy drum work and some background singing going and I'm like, I'm not feeling for this one. So not a great closer, but it's solid. I think the verses were the strongest parts, and some of the chorus was okay, and the bridge part was kind of the annoying part with the background noise in it. I just couldn't stand it. So 4.5 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution, I think Coheed and Cambria did pretty good on this album, in my opinion, at least. So overall, I think Good Apollo on Burning Star 4 Volume 2 No World for Tomorrow album was a pretty good listen. I highly recommend you check it out. I think you guys will enjoy majority of it, but the last song will kind of disappoint you a bit. Not to the extent where you're gonna hate it, just with that annoying thing with the heavy drum work. I like the drum work in it, but I don't like that noise that they set it up to make it sound passable to be a good song. So first score for me, I'm gonna give Coheed and Cambria's Good Apollo on Burning Star 4 Volume 2 No World for Tomorrow album an 8.5 out of 10. This was a pretty good album. Like I said, I really enjoyed this album more than the last Good Apollo. Even though Good Apollo on Burning Star 4 Volume 1 had its good moments, it was still a bit of a downgrade because of some tracks being my least favorites. So they did good on this one, and I'll give them praise for this Volume 2 version of Good Apollo on Burning Star 4. So, with that being said, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Coheed and Cambria Good Apollo on Burning Star 4 Volume 2 No World for Tomorrow album, if you've heard it. And if you enjoyed this album review I made for you guys tonight, or early this evening, or something like that, sometime during the evening time, comment below and let me know what you guys thought of this review. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. Like I said, I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's a pretty good record. Pretty good album, I meant to say. So, it's an enjoyable listen. Despite there being 3 songs on the album that kind of were my least favorites, but still, they did a pretty good job on this album. I will be returning to you for a YouTube short. I thought I was gonna do the Top Gun Maverick movie review, but I guess that's being delayed to like tomorrow or at least by Friday or so. I got to see what I'm doing. Depending on what videos I'm doing, I'm gonna have some chores to do during the week. So yeah, I probably won't do a lot of videos that much this week, but I'll try to get some done as best as I can. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this album review for the next Coheed and Cambria album, Good Apollo on Burning Star 4 Volume 2, No World for Tomorrow album. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Stay safe, guys. Take care. And as always, I'll see you in my next review.